Okay, we are getting a later start this morning than usual. It's a good thing that I've got a bit of a rollback, or I probably wouldn't have a whole lot to show you today. Anyway, let's deal with the rollback, and then we'll get into putting more small parts down on our deck. Okay, I don't very often start my rollbacks quite this early. I'm just waiting for my neighbor to come over for coffee, and I thought I may as well sit down and see if maybe I can't get one of these in place here. I'll move the camera in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. But there are 3 holes in the deck that match up with this tripod affair. Yeah, let's just move in a little bit here and see if we can at least get one of these on before he comes over. You know, when I see the extra thin wicking its way in the simulated planking there, or decking, I wonder if I should try and use the panel line color. And then I think, no, if I mess it up, I'm really screwed. Okay, so get that one in there. Maybe I'm not holding this right. Okay. Now maybe if I use the, whoops, came out. Sorry about my fingers in your way there. Okay, now if I pull that forward, where's my holder down? I should have had it ready. Okay, now. All right, supposed to go like that. Oh, I'm pushing down on the railing here. Well, I can get 2 in. I can get any 2 in, but I can't get 3. Well, maybe what I'm going to have to do is glue the back 2 in and get them, or maybe I should be using the CA glue. Okay. Now I think what I'm going to do is I can just leave that for a little while and move on to the next one. Yeah, I'm bumping the railing here pretty bad. Okay, we'll do this one the same way. make sure I've got enough extra thin on there that it's going to dissolve the plastic in the hole. Okay, there again. We'll let this one dry, and then I'll rock it forward and place the other one in. Now I imagine in order to make this look believable, after it's all glued in place, going to run some easy line from the top of here to the top of here. Otherwise, it just, I don't think it would be like that. I think it would have had a line going from the top here to this, and then probably down. I don't think we have to hang anything from that. Okay, my neighbor's going to be here in about 10 minutes. I better wrap this up. Looking at my monitor, you wouldn't realize how cold it is outside. It looks so bright and sunny, and yeah. But I was outside a little while ago and I checked the mail, and boy, it just hits you. And it is minus 15.3 this afternoon. That's actually fairly cold. Not as cold as it was this morning, but it's fairly cold. Anyway, enough about the weather. Hope to come back at this again a little bit later on this evening, all being well. Now, I've just started reading my comments this evening for on the last episode, and one of the viewers pointed out that this davit here would not have been this way. It would have been folded over the other way. But the way Trumpeter had designed it, with, if you remember, there was that pin, it can only go in the hole one way, and that makes the davit, go this way. I did think that was rather funny. I suppose I could have just, laid it the other way, and I could still break it off and do it the other way, but you know what, I'm just going to leave it. At least I think I am. Now, being as it about 4 hours has passed here now since we glued these pegs up, I think it's probably safe to try and pull this forward and stick it down into the hole. I think I'm going to use CA glue because it'll cure right away. Now, I was realizing that in all likelihood, this whole assembly would have been easier to do. Now, you may not remember, but this part and this part were two separate pieces, and I glued them right there. Now, that's probably why they're not lined up right. If I had have glued this piece, this piece here in the holes like it is right now, and then before the glue set, stuck this down in the hole and pushed it back and joined it together, it might have gone together a lot easier. But then on the other hand, up here at the top, I may have had a problem. So, but we'll get it. We'll get it. I'll switch lenses here, and we'll use CA glue and just poke this in there. I think that this glue is probably hard enough now that it's not going to slowly let go. Okay, I had wanted to have the camera coming over my left shoulder, so to speak, and aiming down this way, but this breakwater was hiding everything. Whoops, careful, Ron. Now, I'm going to have to repaint anyway. I don't know if you can see it there, but I got some loose paint or something on the bottom. Okay, let's just see if we can get a little bit of CA in that hole there, which is being slightly blocked by the peg. Okay. Now if I can just very carefully just move it over and down. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds there. I'll cut out the dead spots here. Okay, I didn't time it, but I'm guessing 45 seconds maybe elapsed there. Okay, let's move over and do the other one. That seemed to go pretty good. Now, my only concern is that now the CA glue won't slowly let go, but this glue right here, it might if it's not completely hard, but I do believe it's pretty hard. That's probably all we're going to need. Now, I don't have all day here. Alright, I do believe that went down into the hole. I'm not pressing real hard because I don't want to snap it off. Alright, that was in real time, so probably because I didn't use as much CA there, it took a lot less time to cure. Now I'm noticing here, you probably can't see it, but this boom that's coming up towards me is resting on the rail a little bit here. That doesn't look too realistic. Now mind you, this one rail is kind of bent. See if I can pull it out. That looks a little bit more believable. Okay, now the ones that are on the opposite side that are a mirror image to this, I'm just going to do those off camera. Okay, I have turned our ship around and I've got these two on now. We had done these ones over here on camera. Went pretty good, although I'm noticing that it looks like one has come a little bit loose here. I don't know, maybe it just looks like that. That's probably the way the... no, it looks like it came loose. Or maybe I put too much extra thin on and I just dissolved the plastic. Anyway, it seems to be fairly solid. I imagine if I was to paint the deck tan around that, it's going to look all right. But anyway, there was an F1 that I was saying that we can't see it because the turret was in the road and we were looking at it from, from this direction. Well, this is where it goes right here. And I'm going to do that one on camera because it's kind of different. All the other F1s, I think it's only two of them, they'll be mirror image to what we've already done. Correction. I guess that'll be on the stern. Yeah, they go on the stern because there's an F1 right here. You probably can't see it, and then there's another one in behind there somewhere. Oh no, here it is. Here's the F1, and here's the other one that you maybe can't see. Okay, I'm just putting a little on the peg that's on the bottom of that. Dissolve the paint. Gotta watch what I'm doing with my hands here. Whoop. I'm making a mess, aren't I? Now I've dropped it and I can't see it. I'm going to have to turn, oh, here it is. Okay, I think that's probably down about as good as we can get it here. Just sort of straighten it up a little bit. It was leaning a little bit too much to the right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good from my perspective. Okay, as you can see, time is marching on here. And I think we've done about as much as we can on the bow. But there's some F1s and also some F2s that have to go on the stern. So let's just carefully slide this down here where we can get at the stern. Okay. I'll just sort of recompose here and see what's what. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to call this a night here. I'm starting to get clumsy. Haven't broken anything yet, but once or twice I thought I had. Yeah. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, it is morning. What's left of it. Now, I was noticing that I was having quite a bit of trouble placing that F1 in that last scene there. Yeah, I just couldn't get the angle right. Once I got it right, it just sort of dropped into the hole, but I was coming at it crooked, I guess, and at least from my perspective, I couldn't tell. So let's try not to have that here today. Now, where do we have to put our F1s? Okay, we need, one has to go here somewhere. I'm not seeing a hole on this. There's supposed to be a hole there. I never noticed that before. Did I fill it up with paint? Let's slip on the macro lens and take a close look. It could be we're going to have to drill a hole. Okay. Now, I was thinking the hole had to be right there, like where I'm touching right now. But it's not. Now you can just barely see the place that it's supposed to go. Right now, the point of Mr. T's poking device is in the hole. We'll swing the camera around over onto the other side here, and then you'll be able to see it. But from my perspective, when I was looking across like this, I couldn't see it. The little bracket, or whatever you call it, is hidden on the other side. Okay, let's reposition here, and it's starting to make more sense now. Okay, let's stop it down and increase our depth of field here. Now, what is bad about this situation is that when I'm reaching over the model, there's a chance that my sleeve can catch. Now, I know I wear short sleeve shirts, which might be a bad thing because then you get to see my wrinkly, gimpy arms. But yeah, I can accidentally break something off when I'm reaching over. Otherwise, this actually works really well because I can work around here now, and you know, the camera's not on my way. Usually it's sort of like right here under my chin almost. And it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm not complaining. Anyway, let's see what we can do here before the battery times out, and I'm just going to be using the extra thin again. And I don't think it matters which one we take. One is going to be as bad or as good as the other. Oh my. That sort of got carried away, didn't it? Maybe I should put some on the end of it here. Yeah, I'm going to have to repaint that. Okay, I think I got the angle better now. Okay, that one went good. That looks believable. It's kind of swung over the hatch. It's not, it's not in line with the keel or anything like that. But I think it's quite believable. Although maybe not, because if they wanted to flip the hatch open, then this thing would be in the way. So let's just turn that. Okay, we'll let it harden like that. Now the next one we have to do is, it's just ahead of this turret here. Now I know you can't see it on the macro lens, but it's right there. When I first got going this morning, I checked the carrot pad cam, and it appeared that there were no carrots left. There had been the night before. I remember seeing them. Not many, but some. So I wasn't too worried about it last night. However, better do something about this. Now, when my neighbor was over and we were having coffee, he was mentioning that he was hearing that they were predicting snow for today. So I don't want to be putting out too many. They're just going to get buried. And the snowblower is going to be blowing them all over the place. Yeah. Anyway, we're good to go, at least until it snows. Okay. Now, the one that we just put on is this one right here. And the other one is going to go right here. You can sort of see where it's supposed to go. At least you will be able to when I slip the macro lens back on. But that's going to have to be for the next episode, I'm afraid. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.